data. This means bringing in as much data as possible and then using advanced analytics to inform your operations and supply chain designs and processes internally. Intelligent processes across manufacturing, supply chain can also enable consumer good companies to optimize on your operations to become more agile, more efficient, as well as more sustainable. The fourth one is accelerating innovation. Now, product and pack innovation has always been the growth lever for consumer good companies and will continue to be so. However, there is now an opportunity to extend innovation beyond the usual formats. And you start imagining that every surface on, in, around your product, start imagining it as an opportunity to engage and build affinity with your customers. Ensure that your innovation pipeline is a step ahead of your consumer thinking. So, how do you surprise and delight them in ways that they've never experienced before? By making the most of these trends, consumer goods companies have responded, have adapted to the pandemic. Now, they're recovering. And though some of them had initially adopted digital technology out of necessity, they are now recognizing its benefits and they are seeing how it can help them adapt business processes, develop new models and ways of working, and obviously increase efficiencies in the process. Now, I don't want to read through the stats that have come out of a Harvard Business Review survey, but I'll tell you, as you can tell from the slide, data driven transformation can yield significant benefits and ignite growth by a couple of things. Number one, by improving your customer experience. Number two, producing insights that helps create innovative new products. Number three could be it could lead you to entirely new business models that you hadn't thought of earlier. Number four can be by crafting new pricing models. And last but not the least, driving strategic differentiation and revenue growth. But in order to transform, a data driven culture needs to be established both top down and bottoms up. The highest level in a company needs to promote organizational change with a vision for a long term data journey. This has to be built on a foundation of a data first culture. Keep a few things in mind, right? We spoke about connecting your enterprise earlier across internal and external parties. So, first things first, bring in data from your dealers, distributors, retailers, and customers in one place. If you think about um, customer experience or retail experience as the front end, and think about a resilient enterprise as the back end, you will look at connecting, for example, IoT enabled devices to set up very connected in store experiences for your customers. Second example, you would think of connecting factory performance data with warehouse inventory to improve delivery times for your online customers. The second thing to keep in mind is creating an ongoing feedback loop with your dealer, distributor, or any other channel that you operate through. Because for your customers who you directly transact with, you might have some level of insights, right? But your channel truly helps you get a pulse of the market, both through their customer outreach as well as through the compete intelligence. All of this information again should go back into your systems to accelerate innovation and increase operational excellence. From the underlying technology standpoint on how Microsoft makes this happen, we've made significant announcements over the past few months. The recent biggest one was around being the world's first company with AI Copilot across ERP and CRM, and next generation AI tools for Power Platform. Now, I know that Prakash, who is the next speaker from Microsoft, will cover this at greater length. So I won't get into the depth of it. I want to, however, tell you why customers prefer Microsoft, when they choose to invest with us or partner with us on this transformative journey. Let's take a look under the hood at the elements that enable these capabilities that I just spoke about, or the trends that I was just talking about. Dynamics 365 connects data from across the company, processes, any business function, and intelligence. And these applications break down the silos so that everyone can work from a single pane of truth. We've broken Dynamics down into four categories, which you can see in that circular pane. There's customer experience, there's service, there's supply chain, and there's finance, right? We've also supported by Microsoft Power Platform, which you can see on the left hand side, which is our low code, no code platform. And there's a massive differentiator for us. We have 27 million plus active monthly users on Power Platform. And customers are looking at low code at a time like this because of the economics of it. And there are tons of data points around, how much reduction it can bring about in your dev costs, the efficiencies, etc. We've also tightly integrated with Microsoft 365, which you can see on the right hand side table, including Office applications and Microsoft Teams. So one can easily and securely share business and customer records and documents with co-workers, collaborate on that information, and sync your work back into the system of record, whether it is from Dynamics or Teams or from Outlook. Finally, we have our insights and analytics, which you see on the bottom left hand side. AI powered insights delivered from volumes of data that is harnessed every hour of every day. And it is surfaced when people need it from within Dynamics or from within Teams. We even connect with hundreds of other systems, as you can see right at the bottom, with hundreds of other systems, platforms, databases to ensure that our customers are getting the maximum value from your investments. Now, and just this is my last slide. Microsoft has a lot to offer to consumer good companies. We have deep industry expertise, and our partners, I think, are crucial because we provide a platform and our partners ensure that that platform reaches the customers and they pick up all of these customer challenges and ensure that they're solving and partnering with our customers to make their business transformations a reality. We do tens of billions of dollars of business with consumer good companies annually. And I'm just leaving you with a few examples of the business outcomes that have been realized by some of our customers. With that, I'll take a pause, hand this back to Prakash to continue the conversation.
Thank you, Charu. Let me share my screen. Give me a cue when the slide is up.
I can see a screen, Prakash.
Sure. So welcome everybody. Charu, thanks for setting the context. Uh, and we're talking of future ready applications. So let's look at what immediate future is for us. If this was done 3, 4, 6 months back, we would have said it's a little far into the future. But today we can really get into the future. And this is because as you start moving your IT estate to the cloud, it becomes easy to bring all this data. And once you start bringing all the data to the cloud, there are the tools and techniques available to start using all the data, harness it with the power of AI, and start doing strategic imperatives. And what we see is that once we have this data and it is accessible in the cloud, we can convert it into intelligent actions. And that that way we can take advantage of those intelligent actions to make things better for the business. And that's the key theme that I want to drive today. And then I'll come back to the slide that Charu used first and then hand it over later. And a lot of things have changed in the last few months with the partnership that Microsoft has had over the last 12 months with OpenAI. And we are bringing their large scale artificial general intelligence models and putting them into our tools. We're getting them into our tools for two reasons, two ideas. One is to make the tool itself better for the developer, and second is to bring functionality for the user of that software tool. And we start with our own capabilities. And when we bring this OpenAI services over Azure, which today are available GA in US and Europe, and slowly they will start moving around the world. There are three main models that are there. One is GPT 3.5, one is Codex, and the third is Dolly in preview. Now, Codex is more for the developers, so the rest is what we can look at. Now, what capabilities come from these Azure OpenAI services are like extracting insights, creative ideation, which could be very important in consumer goods industry, a subject research, a semantic search, summarizing text, language translation, classification, answering questions, image generation, poem creation. All these kind of things are the ones which a consumer goods industry user would love to have. And with just a few ideas, we can create limitless kind of text or images and things like that. And that really gives the power. And what we say is that the applications that are coming now will have five things. And one of the most important things will be the concept of a co-pilot. You are in a plane, the pilot flies the plane, but the co-pilot is there to help. So similar kind of activities are now coming to the software tools that we use. Uh, Today I'm focusing on Dynamics, but it's true of even a simple thing like Bing. It's true for our Office 365 suite, which includes OneNote, Excel, Word, PowerPoint, etc. And we created an event and we launched some of these capabilities and made the market aware of these capabilities a few days back. And there are other things like collaborative apps, fusion teams, hyper automation. All of this will help the consumer goods industry. But today, the focus is more on how AI helps us and what is this concept called a co-pilot and how it will help us and what does the technology of AI co-pilot allow us to do. So rather than saying I'm using a tool like Word Excel, I'll start saying I'm using a creative assistant like a Word Excel or even Bing and Dynamics 365, sales, customer service, marketing, customer insights, supply chain management, etc. So all my tools start becoming my creative assistant. Earlier, I always used tools where I would put in data, a co-pilot brings out information. It could be data, it could be text, it could be a poem or whatever. And we always followed commands and gave commands to the normal tools. Now we get recommendations from the tool and we accept or reject those recommendations. We are always in control. And we use natural language to interact with the software tools. So we have now come up with, and we are the first for it, doing it worldwide on the global scale to bring co-pilots in CRM and ERP. And some of the examples of these co-pilots that we have in sales, for example, we can recap meetings. The meeting happens on team. The team meeting is automatically transcribed. The transcribed text is taken to create a meeting response. Or you get a mail from the customer, you have to reply to the mail. The reply can be automatically generated as it goes into CRM and brings out the relevant information from CRM with respect to that mail, which might be about a customer issue, customer opportunity, etc. In marketing, we can come up with ideas. We can create segments. So we can kind of write in natural language, show me those customers who are in this age group, who like this kind of things and who buy things during this time. So whatever is it that the marketer is trying to do to move from a large 10 lakh, 20 lakh audience into a 1,000 member audience, all those things can be done. In customer service, again, we can create responses, but more importantly, we can create self-service bots. So today, to support our Azure customer service related functions, we use these kind of AI co-pilots in customer service, where the co-pilot goes and brings all the documents. You can see the documents, you can see the link, you can see the solution, copy it, edit it, and send it off to the customer. And trust me, it takes a little habit forming, and these are extremely useful. They save time and effort for you, and they give you accurate answers also. And then we have supply chains. In supply chain, we are able to predict disruptions using co-pilots. And in operations, in the ERP, we are able to create creative product descriptions, which can then go off to the e-commerce site we have, and we can tune saying, I want something which is subtle, I want something which is peppy, and things like that. So we have co-pilots that drive them. And here I am going to walk and talk about a co-pilot, which is called Viva Sales, which comes as a part of a Dynamics 365 sales license. This is available live today. It's not something that's going to come into the future. So let's just run that demo. So, so here we have a mail, and the mail has come in, and it is giving us options. And I can look at those options. I can select one of the options. Now it is going into the CRM tool. We do it not only for our CRM, we do it for Salesforce also. And we bring in the information from the product. And we take this information from the product, and the seller can just copy it. This, which took 2-3 seconds, would have otherwise taken 20-25 minutes. We make some adjustments and we can send it off. So it is also showing me what is there, and it is making sure that my mail can be saved back. So Copilot is really helping me out here. Here's one more example where now this is within Teams. So there's a customer call happening, and this customer call, the summary is opened up, and you can see the highlights. You can see the sentiment below, and you can see all the follow-ups that need to be done. So you can then send a new mail based on what you have seen, and right from within there, look at it and say, summarize the meeting. And the summary meeting is picked up by the co-pilot. It is put into the response and it is sent off. And I have colleagues in Microsoft on our Dynamics team who are using this now. They find it incredibly useful that they've started transcribing the calls and using these calls and the content and the summarization of the call to move forward. And this allows them to kind of close deals faster. So this was a quick view in terms of what a co-pilot can do. And this is not something futuristic. Like 3 to 6 months back, someone could have said this is the future, but this is today. In fact, in the morning, I met one of my colleagues who's a sales specialist for Dynamics and says, Prakash, come here. I used to keep showing this in slides. See, today I've got a nudge from my Viva sales saying that this call happened. Here's everything. Do you want to summarize it and send it away? So we're really getting into a place where things can change dramatically because of co-pilots. Co-pilots can reduce from 20 to 80% of our time and do it very efficiently and effectively. And we would like to take this opportunity to request all of you to get in touch with the Zoxima team and us to have more details on this. Uh, I just showed one. We have many such videos which are already there. Some of them are there on the YouTube also. But here are some examples. Like you have an R&D manager, so they are running an innovation hub, and then they can get potential product innovations and things like that, customer trends and insights and all coming. Or you have a frontline worker, and the frontline worker has to identify defects from images, etc., improve product quality in the factory. So they can use generative AI and some of that. There's a headquarter brand marketing person. He can create evergreen marketing brand content because the co-pilot is helping him finish all that kind of capability. The co-pilot relies on the large scale models that have been already built, but those models are in the context of your organization and the information that you supply to the co-pilot, which is about your organization. So there is a model and the model gets tweaked for your organization so that what I get as a Microsoft person if I'm a user of Copilot within my sales, marketing, customer service versus what you get as a help from a Copilot within your business of consumer goods would be very different. And you can have that kind of thing happening. And we have, like, if you're in fashion retail, then it could be about design, it could be about marketing, it could be about e-commerce. So based on content of what you're doing and what your function is, you can use Copilots. Some of these copilots will come built-in, ready, available through the applications that we create in Dynamics, which is what I, Charu, and the Zoxima team do on a daily basis for a grocery retail chain, etc. So coming back to where we want to optimize brand performance. In optimizing brand performance, we want better ability to get the images and the content and the messaging around brand. So we can use co-pilots for that. We want to connect enterprises. And the reason we want to connect these enterprises is then more information is available for all it to happen. So from a call to action perspective, it could be first move your on-premise applications to the cloud, move your on-premise CRM to the cloud, move your on-premise dealer management system to the cloud, move your other applications, which could be your ERP application or distribution applications to the cloud. Deliver operational excellence. And when you deliver operational excellence as CPG team, you would probably want to look at your suppliers, but also your customers. So when you're looking at your customer chain, your end customer is a consumer, but there could be a distributor, there could be a retailer, and you want to influence them. Start creating applications. This could be based on a low code, no code platform whose licensing starts at $5 a month, and start using that to build something. So as your data gets built, as your processes get built, the copilots can get better and better at helping you. So like I said, I will tie back to the thing that Charu started it and then accelerate innovation. And we just saw one example, and there are hundreds of examples. We have co-pilots within sales, we have co-pilots in marketing, we have co-pilots in something called customer insights, which gives you customer 360. We have co-pilot available in Power Apps, we have co-pilot available in Power Platform, we have co-pilots available in supply chain, we have co-pilots available in e-commerce, etc. And then there is a custom co-pilot capability and AI capability that you can build. So the whole messaging is that we are at a cusp of a big change in the way software behaves with the coming of co-pilots. So AI, then ML, and now co-pilots. And this will change things radically. And if we want to win and be a part of this change, for the co-pilots to work, we need data in the cloud. And if we need data in the cloud, we need more and more data in the cloud. Today, typically in India, every organization spends from 0.5 to 1% of their turnover on IT. Banks spend a little more, but the global benchmark is 5%, and globe is moving towards 10%. We at least need to take a leapfrog and cut the gap with the advanced economies, like the way we are working. And we are making changes in logistics with all the highways and e-challans and all that kind of stuff. Here's one opportunity for us to start with a very different set of ways, either in our sales or in our marketing or even in DMS kind of apps that are built out of Power Platform. I'll stop here and hand it over to the Zoxima team to take this concept and move it forward in terms of what could be done for you practically today. Jagpreet, over to you.
Thank you so much, Prakash, and thank you very much, Charu. I again welcome everybody. This is Jagpreet. I am Director Zoxima. I'll just present my screen and take you through a small presentation. Then I have a solution presentation, also a video. Please let me know, Prakash, if my screen is
visible
now.
Yeah.
Okay, great. So, Charu and Prakash spoke about, what Microsoft focuses on and how, they are trying to bring a change across the consumer durable industry and consumer goods industry, FMCG and all. I will talk about, what solutions we've built and, what is Zoxima's main theme. So Zoxima has been focusing around manufacturing industry for last 8 years, building solutions across sales and marketing and customer experience for this industry. And we have micro vertical solutions. So consumer goods industry, which, where we have FMCG and durable kind of companies. So we have a dedicated solution for this industry. So the main theme that we pick up is, on the four pillars. One is collaboration and productivity. We realized that the apps which were used, let's say 3 or 4 years back, they used to be more focused around what are the features and functionalities of the app. Now, with a lot of change the way we work, there is a lot of collaboration required. Now this collaboration could be a simple chat with the team required when you're on the field. This could be accessing documents which could be used for presenting to the clients, or let's say to the retailers, maybe the new products, new launches, etc., or a scheme which is being launched. Or this could be a chatbot which your distributor might be using to get a hold on his orders, whether when are they getting delivered, etc., and things like that. So we've integrated WhatsApp, we've integrated Teams, we've integrated emails and messages, so that the entire ecosystem is all connected and your apps are not working in silos. So your collaboration and apps, they work hand in hand. This is the first major theme that we worked upon. The other major piece that we realize is that we need a single platform while there are multiple stakeholders. We have senior management which is more interested to see what's happening on the ground. They wish to set the trends, and they also wish to have control where certain approvals and certain workflows are required. Then we have the middle management, which is more to manage the execution, set the teams right, set the schemes and pricing innovations on the ground. And then we have ground teams, which are making their daily visits, booking orders, and executing day to day. Then we have distributors, we have retailers, and a lot of other stakeholders which are getting engaged. So there are multiple stakeholders, but at the same time, we realize that there are multiple applications also which are being used. There is ERP, which is actually managing the manufacturing operations in the backend. Then a lot of apps, these are SFA apps, which is being used by the salespeople. There is trade promotion app, which is managing all your schemes, promotions, payouts, etc. Then there is distributor management system, which is a separate application, retailer apps, loyalty, content management systems, etc. With Microsoft, what we've done is we've tried to bring everything together so that it's a single application. While there are multiple kinds of apps, multiple interfaces for different users, but end of the day, this is all sitting in a single database and is being controlled through a central system. The third important pillar is that there is a huge data which is lying there, and the data becomes very, very important, and it is that this data we are using very intelligently to make sure that we get all AI intelligence based decision making. We also get very detailed analytics for the top management. So it's a combination of AI and BI, which not only helps in terms of reducing the mundane work, or the regular work, which the productive which is productivity killer, but also it helps you in terms of devising some strategies vis-a-vis what competition is doing, what market trends are, let's say what my customer is saying, etc. So we have this AI enabled, and when you look at these solutions, the use of AI is very, very simple. It's not a mammoth project that we are talking about. These are all ready components of AI that we are using. And then, of course, we have the KRA tracking, the team performance, the product performance, and also gamification to make sure that people are excited about what they're using. If I have to talk about the entire solution, for your industry, this is distributor management system, where we have end-to-end primary and secondary order management. We have complete order delivery for secondaries. We have complete interaction with the company, whether it is in terms of managing the balances that we have with the with the company, or the payouts required, or the stock management. So the entire distributor management system can be managed on the application. Then we have SFA application, majorly for secondary, which is very, very relevant, where people manage their visits, their beats, they book orders, they update the stock. They do the surveys and the product adjustment, assortment, etc. We also have primary sales application for your senior management, branch managers and above. Then we have a very simple to use van sales application where the stock is taken to the market to sell. Now this also includes uptaking the stock intelligently, what stock is required, and then picking up the orders on the fly, giving the bill, and then also collections. So we have payment gateway integrations as well for this application. If I talk about the modern retail, we have sales promoter applications where our salespeople are there in the modern retail, and they are trying to influence the customer. They're trying to manage. They're making sure that our products are listed in a best way so that we are able to sell. And then we have a lot of marketing related applications and call center for booking orders, etc. So this is the whole suite of application that we're talking about. And we worked over huge number of customers already, and our application is working with them. So it's something which is tried, tested, and people are using that in your industry. This is more of a summary slide. After this, I'll actually I'll jump onto the product demonstration. But we talked of multiple actors, whether they are internal actors or external actors. These are distributor, dealer, retailer apps. Also, I talked about that. They are also ready apps that we have on Azure. Then we have internal actors where I have my sales teams, which are branch managers and above, ASMs using this application. Then we have secondary sales team application where my DSRs or sales officers are on the ground using the application. We have marketing teams covered. We have trade promotion management being used by the marketing teams, and van sales teams, the entire solution for them. I spoke about the different business areas that we covered. And also one very important thing is that this application, as Charu was speaking about, and now Prakash was also talking about, it comes with hundreds of connectors. So which means it's very straightforward to integrate your ERP. If there is any existing HRMS application that you're using, for your employee performance, payouts, etc., that gets integrated. Collaboration tools, anyways, I spoke about, very handy and gets integrated. And any other application like logistics application, we've integrated these applications at different customers. So with this, I'll jump onto a small presentation of the application so that whatever we've spoken about, we can showcase that to you. Just give me a moment. I'll keep stopping this and talk about it. I hope my screen is visible, Prakash.
Yes,
is my screen visible?
Yes,
Okay, great.
Yes,
So this is the entire suite that we spoke about, the SFA, the DMS. So I'll be showing you a glimpse in next 10-15 minutes. And I'll just take you through. So first, let's start with the performance management. Now we are actually using very dynamic dashboards. This is powered by the Power BI tool, where we are looking at the retailer performance, the order booking trends in the market, the product-wise bookings that are happening, and these are all dynamic dashboards. We can filter for any particular retailer and see my information changing. What is my top-selling product in which market, which retailer. I can look at the data very dynamically on the daily basis, and this is all live data in my application that I can look at. Similarly, on the teams, I can see what visits they are making, what is the target achievement, etc. Now I'll jump onto the SFA application. Again, for each individual, these are mobile applications and they're offline applications. So a lot of stuff can happen without internet as well. So they can also see their dashboards. They will also get intelligent suggestions from the system. So this is the home page for any salesperson. He or she can see, what is my performance. And there are some suggestions coming in, where he is and what he needs to do next, etc. So some kind of simulations, if I wish to achieve a little extra on the target, what are the activities that I need to do? Then very dynamic kind of dashboards that each individual can see on his homepage. So this is the mobile app interface on the field that people are using. He can say his day report, week report, what is his daily sales report or weekly report or a monthly performance, and then he can scroll down to different days and months, etc. To see where exactly he or she is. Entire visit planning and execution is part of this. So if you have defined beats, you have beat planning in the system, so all beats can be uploaded, and the application is so tailor made that it's very easy to do things on this application. So I'll show you the execution of the visits as of now. So this is where, I'm seeing my visit. This is my day's performance. I'm looking at, how many visits are planned, what is my target for the day, etc. And it is also showing me, what all visits are done, not done, where am I? This is the list of visits that I have to make. So basically, when, my beat is linked, I might be executing 1 or 2 beats in a day. All my visits are also interlinked with me. So I can see, what all retailers I'll be visiting today. If I start a visit, this is all Google enabled, by the way. The Google integration is there for location, for map integration, etc. So this also starts with some kind of nudges. This is basis the retailer you're visiting and the kind of products and schemes you have for that particular retailer. So it's showing the collection is pending. Last stock updated was 30 days. So this is prompting you that you should do that. Then typical shelf product visibility, taking pictures. You're adjusting. So sorry, this is actually a competition promo that you're taking a picture. Now, after taking the picture, the system will automatically read this message from the image itself, and it will actually populate all the fields automatically. You see, I'm getting the complete information about what my competition is doing. So this eventually will help the marketing teams to take right decisions, because every ground person can actually see what are the schemes getting launched by the competition in their areas. And this is shelf visibility after that. So after adjusting the shelf, he or she can take the pictures, and that will also show, what percentage of shelf you're occupying, what products, it's showing 90% of your products are there. So the system can be taught very easily. These are all built-in kind of capabilities. So this is more of, when he's looking at the, for the visit on the maps. Now, this is the product ordering. So basically, the order booking. So you have very smart filters and searches here on the product categories, last purchase products that you've done. So basis the retailer, it can intelligently show you what products he or will be interested in, and then you can book accordingly, making it easy for you. So keep filtering the products, searching for the products, and then book whatever quantities you feel like. So just key in the quantities and everything goes and sits in the cart. And the moment you're about to finish off, it is also showing you any particular scheme so that you can actually upsell to the retailer. So this is your before checkout. Once you confirm the order, the order will be booked here. You can always adjust the quantities later on also. You get the order ID, etc. And the same goes on a WhatsApp. This is a WhatsApp integration. So the order is booked and it is sent as a WhatsApp to the retailer. Then you have, complete customer 360 on the app itself. So you can see what are the, marketing materials which are shared, the cases, this current stock, or you can update the stock as well. You can take the payment, etc. This is more of case booking. visit history, the payments which are due and needs to be collected, you can collect the payment. So then we have retailer onboarding as well for newer areas or wherever you wish to operate. So there is onboarding form, or you can do it from the picture itself. You can take the outside picture, it will capture all the details for that store. So whatever is available in the picture, it has already taken that. And then you click on add more details. Now, whatever the form is, another thing I wish to highlight is that, a lot of, I understand, there are a lot of SFA applications available, but with the technology that, my Microsoft colleagues spoke about, it becomes very, very easy to change certain fields, look and feel, or make certain innovative ideas within the application on the flow. So that's very, very easy. As I said, that document management system is also part of the application. So you can always take pictures, upload documents, etc. Those are their part of it. And then end of the day, he's making all his visits, and expense management is also part of the application. All the visits that he has made will automatically get fetched, and he can just book the expenses. If there are any other food or stay related expenses, he can book. We also, as I said, that we have a van sale solution also. So we'll quickly look at it. So basically, you're looking at the day summary, basically the starting summary for the day. So this is the day for you, and this is the current stock that you have carried in the morning. So as of now, this is demand. The current stock has to be updated. So at the warehouse, this will get updated. So you can say that how much is loaded. This can also come from ERP directly. Basis that stock, you can start your visits. So whatever the stock is, you can see, what is that the demand is there, what is that I need to book for the order. This is more of return request. The payment collection. So after order booking, the payment collection can be triggered automatically. We have payment gateway integrations. We have check cash collection as well. The order in stock, basis the order, the stock is getting updated automatically. And you have all the collections for the day, which can be shown, or all the orders booked, the current inventory, the current stock, basically the van is carrying. And if there are any returns, empty bottle or something like that, that can also be managed. Then we have a very robust and rich distributor management system. So this is the home page. These are all configurable pages. We are just looking at some dashboards, and also looking at some of the key links for the distributor. So the distributor can connect with your teams through the Teams collaboration as well, without phone call. So that the discussions stay in your system. And then this is the chat bot. So we'll see that different scenarios can be tackled through the chatbot itself. You can see what are my order statuses, what are my complaint status, what are the new product launches. If there are any scheme related questions he has, all those can be answered through this. So he's checking the order status, and the system promptly reverts that your order is dispatched. With just one example. This is the distributor details. We have very detailed distributor information in the system. Multiple locations, is credit information, current credit, any employee related information, loyalty point related information, etc., and all the documents, KYC documents or any other relevant documents which are there. So this is how the distributor can see the orders being booked on different beats. So, the secondary sales team is actually booking the orders and distributor is able to see it here. Today's orders, last 7 days, 30 days, or he can apply filters, whatever. He can also book orders through the distributor management system application itself. So it's very similar to what the sales team was doing. All the discount schemes, everything will get applied automatically. Now coming back to the orders, multiple orders, you can select multiple orders in one go and see, what are the stock requirements, what are the stock planning he needs to do. So for example, let's say, if he has to push the deliveries in a particular beat, he can see, what stocks will be going and what will be remaining with me. Then the invoices can be generated through the system itself. The e-invoice can also be done through the system itself. IRN. So system also allows you to generate gate passes for your trucks, load material basis multiple orders. So let's say if, multiple orders together are to be loaded on a truck for delivery or a van for the delivery. So that can be done through the application. The same sheet can be printed. Now we will see, how retailer information can be displayed here. Retailer 360. So entire tabs, KYC, credit info, orders, invoices, retailer stock, which sales team has taken, is also visible. Any complaints which are there, or the ledger. This is between distributor and retailer. This is more of stock management. Now, stock management is not limited to what current stock it is, but also what is the demand in the market for supplies and what is the inflow which the company is supplying to us. So it gives you the net stock available. The physical count is also possible. The balance confirmation through Aadhaar and Aadhaar OTP basis, the Aadhaar number. So that can also be generated. So there are multiple things. This is just a small demonstration. I just wanted to give a glimpse of it. We will be happy to have a detailed demo with you whenever required. But that's here. I end my presentation and I'll open this for any questions. Thank you so much for your time. You can type in the questions if you have in the chat. We can try and answer those.
Jagpreet, let me start with one question. You've been kind of, being very deep into the consumer goods sector and to certain extent from the software that is carried by people in the field, distributor management, dealer, retailer management kind of system. How many micro verticals are there? Once you can count with which are slight variations here and there.
Yeah, so I think that's very, very important. No, on one side, we say within manufacturing, there are multiple micro verticals that we work within. So we work for building material, automotive, consumer goods. Within consumer goods, I have very clear demarcations. So one is FMCG kind of industry, where fast moving goods. Now, in fast-moving goods, it is very important to manage, the expiries, and you have to manage the shelf visibility. You have to manage the pricing very, very actively, and the schemes in a very active manner. When I look at durable kind of industry, it becomes very important to track the serial numbers of the items. Because each item could have warranties linked to it. Each item needs to be tracked separately. When in FMCG, it becomes the other way around. It's more of the lot that we need to see. So there are differences when we look at, let's say, a beauty kind of products or some kind of products which are health related, where some kind of selling is required. We see a lot of people having their sales promoters at the retail, so they are actually influencing the customers to ensure that they buy your products, and right decision making can be done. And we also see nowadays a lot of influencers in beauty related products, where people are visiting gyms, they're visiting some kind of influencers who are in the market, as advisories, to an extent that they can be yoga teachers also. So those
Okay.
things are also there. So there are different trends within the industries, and having experience to work with them, thankfully, we've learned. Van sales is also not across, but van sales is more of FMCG feature, I would say.
Okay. And in the presentation somewhere I saw Teams icon, Jagpreet, in the apps. Can you elaborate a little bit on that?
So what we've done is, Prakash, we've used Teams across the entire application. So wherever the collaboration is required, see, the people are on the ground, they are using apps, but apps are apps end of the day, they're not humans. So in all scenarios, we need to connect with people. So whether it is a chat, a simple message on a wall, or making a call, see, what happens is, rather than doing it on WhatsApp, if we do it on Teams, it's more professional. It remains within the company, and the data is not lost. And you can also share documents and other stuff very easily. So I think from that perspective, we've used Teams very, very extensively, wherever we can make it available to the customers.
If one of our customers who's on the call wants to try out something or engage with you, what is it that they should do?
Sorry, I didn't get the question right.
If one of these prospects and customers we have on the call, they want to take the next step and understand more, what is it that they should do? They should reach out to you, to an email, to a phone call, if you can help them, because we're already up on the hour. So people are trying to drop off, so I thought to quickly get you to.
Absolutely, Prakash. And as I said that, you're all are valuable customers, and we'll be very happy to have detailed sessions if required in your specific scenarios. We are very confident that, we've worked in your industry and we understand, and these solutions are right fit. I mean, we also, as a partner, have chosen Microsoft for certain reasons. Why? Because Microsoft brings in the entire spectrum of technology which is required to serve these kind of solutions. So we are very, very confident on our solutions, our experience, and we'll be very happy to demonstrate those capabilities to you, help wherever it is required, whether it is specific to any component like trade promotions or anything, or it's the entire solution that you're looking at. We'll be very happy to help you. So I think the time is over, so we can close the session, Prakash. What do you suggest?
Yeah, unless there's some questions and people want to type something, that's fine. Otherwise, we can close the session.
Absolutely.
Thank you, Jagpreet.
Thanks everyone for joining in. This was really pleasure meeting you all. We'll be connecting with each one of you separately or over emails. Thank you so much. Thanks, Prakash, for being part of this. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Prakash.